So for me, what attracted me first was the fact that it's a Christian environment. First, that's for me because I'm very key on what I believe and what I pursue. So that's one. And then secondly is the fact that I think the little clip that was there on Instagram tells that somebody has tested your how it works basically, and I want to see how it works, and then see. Then going forward for me, I needed to plan my life financially, looking at my prospect into 2025, 2026, and above.
Okay.
So yeah, so for me, that's the key thing for me. I'm ready to learn, maybe online we'll learn, and network basically. Yeah. Thank you very much.
Fantastic. Thank you very much, Alexander.
Yeah.
Emmanuel. So I'm doing this because I want to get to know us. I want to get to know where we are so that I understand you and your expectations better, and then we can tailor things to serve you the best way possible. Okay, Emmanuel.
Yeah, good evening, sir. It's such a huge honor, to finally get to hear you. Right, I've heard so much. I've followed you the longest. Many times I want to make it to the billionaires conference, but I get very busy. So I saw this on IG. I saw it on IG, and immediately I saw you standing beside him. That's Mr. Paradise. I said, no, this is definitely going to be legit. Right. So I decided to jump on it. And of course, expectations. I know you are a financial coach. You try to train people strategically to help them get wealthy billionaires over the years, 3 billionaires in the past 3 years. So I'm excited about that. Well done, sir. And I'm honored. And this Saturday, so I was planning to be in Lake Q, but yeah, something is happening in my church. So that's and I have to be there because I serve in my home church fully. So that's right now. Yeah, thank you for everything, and thank you, Mr. Paradise, too.
Yeah, thank you. I mean, you clearly know me. You know how many billionaires we have raised by God's grace so far. Yeah, Shegun Folorunso, I think that's going to be the last one.
Hello, good evening, sir.
Yes, good evening, sir.
Okay, so I joined the DreamMakers WhatsApp group. I think I saw it online also. So I joined the DreamMakers group with the expectation of getting to know more about the group and what it has to offer in terms of real estate and all that. I'm actually a member of the Premium Club of the BBC.
Oh, so, interesting, great.
Yeah. So when I saw you on this, I know it's something that's worth giving a shot. Thank you very much.
Okay, fantastic. Thank you. Good, great. Okay, so I feel safe because I have many of my people here, and that's good. That's good. That's fantastic. All right. So like I said when I was introducing myself, the DreamMakers are part of the Biblical Billionaire Club. In fact, actually now moving from the Gold Club to the Diamond Club in the Biblical Billionaire Club, and that's why we're a part of what they're doing. They've done well in the past, but we're going to move it further and help them to do even better. The plan is for us to have many more people on board. We are going to train you. We're going to teach you how to sell. We're going to empower you to sell. And all you need to do is execute on the things that we give you. So majorly, we'll teach you how to sell. We'll teach you what to do to sell. We'll make the properties available to you with the prices, everything available to you. We will help you when it comes to inspection. So when it comes to, you have a client that needs to go and inspect a particular property and blah, blah, blah. We're going to be there to support you all the way. We realize that in order to get to the next level that we're going to, we will need as many people on board as possible. So all the people that are coming on board are going to be making a lot of money, just as we also will be making money. So you are getting a percentage. After now, Mr. Paradise will come up also and is going to also have a conversation with you on the processes and all that it takes. My job, my major job, is to teach you and ensure that you have the ability to make these sales. We don't just want to give you properties and then expect that you know what to do. I mean, we'll be deceiving ourselves if we do that. We'll give you the properties, hand it over to you, and then we'll teach you how to make sales, how to do follow-up, how to get the person to pay you, and how to ensure that you continue to make sales even after now. All right. So that's my job. That's my job here. When it comes to the core of inspection and the properties itself, the DreamMakers network would be very much on that. And my job is also to ensure that they are also serving you as much as well as possible. Okay, today I want to share something very important with us. Many people want to become rich. They want to become wealthy, but they don't even know how to. They think that they know how to do it. They are working hard. They are putting all the effort in, but they don't know how to do it. Or the effort is not bringing results. So clearly, they don't know how to do it. The problem is that sometimes I've seen people who, let me use this example. They take an axe, they want to cut down a tree. As they are trying to cut down the tree is not coming down. And then they keep trying harder, and they think maybe if I put more effort, then maybe it will come down, and then they'll put more effort, bam, and the tree is not coming down, and then they put more effort, bam, and the tree is not coming down. Whereas somebody else who is very smart comes there and says, can you give me the axe? And then they give him the axe. He spends a lot of time sharpening the axe. And then after he has sharpened the axe very well, he just gets to the tree, 5 blows, and the tree is down. So many people, and when I say many people, I'm talking like 99.9% of people are in that school where they are just striking, and then the axe is blunt, but they're wondering why all their hard work is not bringing results. And that's why this particular thing I want to teach you today is very important. Excuse me, is very important to me. It's very, very important because I'm tired of seeing people do these things and not see any results. It's called the vehicle for making money. The vehicle for making money. Now, Warren Buffett said he met a friend of his about 25 years or so after they had gone to school. He met his friend. This friend was the best guy when they were in school, when it comes to education, academics. He was the best. He was the top guy. He was very, very good, very intelligent. Everybody knew him, was a star in school. But when they met about 25 years later after school, Warren Buffett was like here when it comes to finances. And this guy, he wasn't doing badly, but he was far from Warren Buffett, far from Warren Buffett. He was smarter than Warren. He was more hardworking than Warren, but Warren was far more successful than him. And why? Warren said something. Warren said, it's not that he worked less than me. Excuse me for 1 minute, please. Warren said, it's not that he worked less than me. It's not that he's less smart than me. He said the only difference is we're in different vehicles. Somebody was in a canoe and was pedaling. Is it pedaling or paddling? I think paddling. He was in a canoe and he was paddling very hard, while someone else was in a yacht, a super yacht that was going very fast. The money that is in your bank account today, the money that will be in your bank account in 5 years' time is not dependent on how smart you are. How smart you are, quote and unquote. It's majorly not dependent on how hard you work. It is a lot dependent on the vehicle that you are in when it comes to making money. The vehicle that you are in when it comes to making money. Now, I'll share my screen. I would open a whiteboard so that I can explain something to you using an illustration. Okay. I call this the get rich triangle.
Okay, sir.
Call it the get rich. Okay, I think I need to mute everybody so that we have a smooth class without any issues. And then when it's time for someone to talk, I'll just ask them to unmute. All right. So I call this the get rich triangle. Okay. How many of us can see the whiteboard? Can you see the whiteboard? If you can see the whiteboard, just put it in the chat box for me. You can see, good. Anybody else? You can see, okay, I believe everybody can see it. Although it's telling me here that only 8 people are following. It's saying only 8 people are following. So it means maybe 3 or 4 people, about 3 people are not following. That's why I need to be sure that we can all see. All right. Now, this is what I call the get rich triangle, the get rich triangle. And this triangle really shows the vehicles that different people are using to make money, to become rich. On the down left corner here, you see time written there, time. This is where many people, if not everybody, starts making money from. Time, because we're all born with this. Nobody was born with more time than the others, because we have 24 hours every day. Every single human being, no matter who you are in any part of the world, you have 24 hours every single day. So as you grow up, you become, able to do certain work. You become able to use your 24 hours to make money. The cleaner that cleans your house, somebody is playing with the whiteboard. Please, let's stop that. Whoever is playing with the whiteboard there, please. So the cleaner that cleans your house does not have any, you can clean your house by yourself. You can wash your clothes by yourself. There's no special thing about the cleaner. The major thing is that the person is saving you time. That is why you employ a cleaner to clean your house for you, because the person is saving you time. The clothes, you can wash your clothes by yourself, especially if you have a washing machine. But the person who is washing your clothes is saving you time, not doing anything special. But you see, this is the lowest level of money making. Time, selling time for money is the lowest level of money making. Unfortunately, many people, this is all that they know on how to make money. They're looking for a job, they get a job, and then at the end of every 30 days, they are getting a certain amount, which can be likened to pocket money for a child. At the end of every 30 days, they are getting a certain amount, and that's all. And then the only thing that they're thinking of is, what can I do more? What can I do more? What can I do more in order to make more money? But it's the lowest form. You know why it's the lowest form? No matter how much money you are making, you cannot do more. You cannot have more than 24 hours in a day. So if, let's say, you are getting paid 10,000 naira per hour, for example, 10,000 naira per hour, you can never get more than, now, excuse me, 10,000 naira times 24 hours. Somebody should help me. 10,000 naira times 24 hours. That's 240,000 naira. You can never make more than 240,000 naira in a day. Never. Unfortunately, you need to sleep. You need to be in a vehicle in transit. You need to spend time with your family. Once in a while, you watch TV. You would maybe go on social media. So you have limited how much money you can make in a day just by selling time for money. That's one. Two, a time is coming when even though you have the time, you don't have the energy to work anymore. When you are 60, 65, 70 years old, you may not, nobody will want a 70-year-old person cleaning their house, for example. Nobody will want a 70-year-old person as their driver. So at that point, even the value of that time reduces. Now, I know that somebody is watching this, listening to me, and saying, me, I'm not selling my time for money. I'm a very special, I'm a doctor. I save lives. I'm a doctor. Sorry, doctor. You're also on the lowest level of money making. You're also selling your time for money. You know why? If I can remove you and put somebody else in your place, I just remove you from that your consulting chair where patients are coming to see you every day, and I remove you from that place. I go and find any other doctor and put there, and the doctor will do the same job that you are doing. The only thing that you're doing is you're selling time for money. Me, I'm an accountant. I'm very good with mathematics. I do all the calculations. I balance my accounts. If I can remove you and find another accountant to put in that seat, you are selling your time for money. You are not special. You are just like every other person in the world. The only difference is that you went to school and got an accounting degree, just like a million other people. So the number of people I can use to replace you are fewer, but I can still replace you. You are selling your time for money. And it is the lowest level. Unfortunately, many of our parents, that was what they did all their lives. But then life was easier in their time. How much was school fees when I was growing up? The amount I pay for school fees now in a term, for example, the amount I paid for my children's school fees, I have 4 children. The amount I paid for their school fees last term is the entire amount I spent when I was in the university. And I attended a private university. And the amount that my father used to send me to private university for 4 years is what I paid for one term. Is it? No, okay, it's 200,000 naira shy. 200,000 naira shy of what I paid for one term. So in two terms, I've paid, I'm not talking about 1 year. I'm talking about 2 terms. I've paid more than what I've paid for my children, more than what I, did in school. Okay, so that's 4 children. So let me just say in 2 years, and they are in primary school. In 2 years, each child has consumed more than I consumed throughout my 4 years in the university, and they're in primary school. So our parents could have done it and gotten away with it, but we must not. We must not. Many of our parents, and you remember some people who had a lot of money when you were growing up, and now they are not that rich anymore. The problem is that they were selling their time for money. Work, retire, and then go back to square one. We can't do that. It's the lowest level. The next higher level is where you now have a unique skill. Now, like I said, being an accountant is not a unique skill. Being a doctor is not a unique skill. A unique skill is you can do something that you are probably the only one in the whole world that can do it. Or you are only 5 in the whole world that can do it. That is a unique skill. So let's say, for example, you are the only doctor in the whole world that can separate Siamese twins. You are Ben Carson, and then you are a multi-millionaire in dollars. Why? Because you are the only doctor that can separate Siamese twins. You are a brain surgeon. We don't have many brain surgeons in the world. You are a brain surgeon. So you are one of the few people in the world that can operate on the brain of a human being. And that human being will be perfectly fine after. That's a unique skill. For unique skill, you get paid way higher than someone that is just selling his time for money. So you get paid maybe 5 times, 10 times more than someone who is just why? Because he is now special. You can't just remove him and put somebody else there. He is special. He has a unique skill. Now, that's why our musicians are as rich as they are. Because no two people, no other person can sing like Dunsin Oyekan. If you want Dunsin Oyekan on your stage, maybe at experience or so, you can only get one Dunsin Oyekan. No other person can sing like him. So because of that, he has to get paid way more than any other person who is just in any choir who sings and can be replaced. What I'm saying, is it clear? Do you understand? If you don't understand, I would like you to, bring me back. Okay? Do you understand? I need to be sure that you understand this. So that's for unique skill. When you have a unique skill, I'm telling you, you will be making bank. You will be making bank. But there's one problem with unique skill. You have a unique skill. You are the only one that can separate Siamese twins. My question now is, how many Siamese twins can you separate in a day? You still need time in order to use that unique skill to make money. It's still tied to time. I gave the example of Dunsin Oyekan. How many shows can Dunsin Oyekan do in one day? How many countries can it be in one day? So even though you have a unique skill, that's why I gave you the example of Ben Carson. Ben Carson, who can separate Siamese twins, is a multi-millionaire, but he's not a billionaire. You don't get to billionaire status with only unique skill. It will make you way richer than the person who is just like every other person selling their time for money, but it can't take you to certain levels. Why? Because it is still tied to time, and time is finite. You have 24 hours in a day, you have 365 days in a year, and there's nothing you can do about that. So it's good to have a unique skill, but you need to go even further. You need to go even further than that. And when I say further than that, I mean you need to go into a level now where you don't even have to show up to make money. You don't even have to they don't have to see your face for you to make money. You can be sleeping and money is entering into your account without you doing anything. And that's where we now have money making money for you. The one at the top here. Your money is now making money for you. This is the point where you can sit down, in fact, you can be in the Bahamas, you can be on the beach, and then you have stores everywhere, and you have a system, a business system that is running and making money for you, even when you are sleeping. This is the point where you can take your money, invest in a particular company. The management of that company, the system of that company is making money for you, and your money is multiplying even while you are doing nothing. This is the papa of making money. This is a better vehicle. This is the vehicle that Warren Buffett got into, that he became way richer than that his friend who was, maybe he had a unique skill because he was smart. Let's even say he had a unique skill. Let's remove him from the lowest level of selling time for money. Let's say he had a unique skill and he was very smart. Because Warren Buffett was on the vehicle of using money to make money, he was way ahead of that other guy. So as I'm saying this, I want you to be checking your own self. What am I using to make money now? Am I only selling my time to make money? Or do I have a unique skill that there's nobody else in the world? And please, don't deceive yourself and say, me, there's nobody in the world that can balance accounts like me. There are many. It's not you that will tell us. It's the marketplace that will tell us, that will tell you that, everybody's always coming after you because you are the best at what you do. Nobody else can do it like you. All right? So do I have a unique skill? Or have I got to the point where I'm now using money to make money? Now, the odogu of everything, the general overseer, the landlord of all of them is the one in the middle, where your name or your brand is now making money for you. Where, there are certain people that if somebody wants to start a company, for example, they just come and meet them and say, they've sat down, they've put all the money together, they know exactly what they want to do, they've seen the opportunity, they know that this business is going to do well. But they now go and meet that person and say, sir, we would like you to be part of our board of directors. You don't need to show up. You don't need to come for meetings. You don't need to contribute any money to start this business. All we need is for your name. All we need is for your name to be on the list of board of directors. We just need you to be a part of this company. And they know that the moment that man agrees and says, okay, no problem, it will tell them, usually will tell them, bring all your documents. Let me see all the other people that are board of directors, because he doesn't want, his name is very important, his reputation is very important. He will see all those other people, he will check, do his due diligence on them, check their backgrounds. And after doing that, say, okay, I like what you guys are doing. I want to be a part of it. Put my name. This man will, usually what he will now do is he will send a younger, one of his boys, and say, okay, be attending their meetings whenever they have meetings, just to be sure that they are doing things right. I don't have to show up. You go and show up there. When you show up there, be a part of the meeting, just to be sure that they are still on the right track, because my name is there. And then this man will be sitting down in his house. He did not contribute a kobo. He did not ever go for any meeting. In fact, when they wanted to meet him, they came to his house to come and meet him. And he will sit down in his house right there. And whenever they are sharing dividends, they share dividends to him also. His name is now making money for him. Name or brand. This is where an iPhone, now I don't know, iPhone users, if you're in the house, let's argue it, but I'm not going to join you in arguing about this, because I know the truth, and the truth shall make me free. iPhone, for example, the Android phone, Samsung especially, the Android phones generally have more capacity, better abilities. They can do more things than the iPhone. But why is Apple the most valuable company in the whole world? Because of their brand. Because of, when it comes to the capacity of the phone, when it comes to the functions that the phone has, in fact, like 5 years, 4 or 5 years later, iPhone will now start adopting what was already on Android 4 years ago. iPhone will now be adopting it. So when it comes to the function, really, the iPhone is not supposed to be the best. But why are they being rushed? Every time a new iPhone is released, people are queuing, and then they even tell you can't buy more than 2, or you can't buy, a certain number, so that they can have for others. Why? Because of the brand. The brand. Now, let me even ask you a question. When you think of Apple or iPhone, Apple, whose name comes to mind? Who comes to mind when you think of, if I say Apple, iPhone, who comes to mind? Whose name comes to mind? Somebody should put it in the chat box. Can you all hear me? Steve Jobs. Anybody else? Now, Steve Jobs' name comes to mind, right? But guess what? Steve Jobs died in 2011. That is 13 years ago. He died 13 years ago. But he built a name for himself that up till today, that name is still making a lot of money. The guy who is making people buy this product is dead. There's nothing better than that, where your name, you can be sleeping and making money, but this guy is sleeping a permanent sleep, and he is still making money for a company. He's still making money for a company. When people think Apple, when they think iOS, they think Steve Jobs. And that's why they're still buying the product. His name is now making a lot of money for him. Now, I want to ask you a question, because I'm sure that there are many people here who's, okay, let me ask it as a question. Which vehicle are you on to make money? Which vehicle? How far do you think that vehicle can take you? How far do you think it can take you? Some people are still selling their time for money. How far can that take you? As a salary earner. Now, I'm not saying being a salary earner is bad. It's not bad, but it's supposed to be a stepping stone. It's supposed to be a stepping stone. for me, even the people that are working with me that I am paying salaries to, I have a structure such that at a point, they will now become partners in the business. And that's how, you see, if you go and ask any Jew, you know, the Jews are, you know, some of the richest people in the world. If you go and ask any Jew, they will tell you, if you're going to do business with somebody, you know, the Bible even talks about it, that after 7 years, you should let the slave go. After 7 years. After 7 years, if you're going to do business, after 7 years, the person should be able to get, if you're going to work with someone, rather, for example, after 7 years, them should be able to get a cut of that business. A cut of that business. Anything beyond that, honestly, you are only being set up for failure in the future. You're only being set up to become poor later on. If all your life is just selling time for money, selling time for money, selling time for money, being a salary earner, you are only being set up for when you're now 65 years. I know many elderly people that were ballers. They were doing very well before. And then they got to a certain stage and now no money is coming in. Why? Because they are retired. All their life, they were selling their time for money. They didn't build any unique skill. They never put money into anything for the money to be making money back for them. And then they never even built a name for themselves. The interesting thing is everybody has a name. Let's be honest with ourselves. Everybody has, there's something that your friends call you. There's something that your friends call you. There's something that your neighbors know you as. There's something your colleagues know you as. Everybody has a name. Everybody has a name. So, but the only problem is that some people don't build a good name for themselves, and some people build good names for themselves. Now, some people, whether it's good or bad name, only build that name within a small set of people, and so it's not doing so well. While some other people build that name with a lot of people, and so they're able to make money with that. They're able to make money with that. Now, that's on one side. I hope that you have checked your own self very well now. Check it. You can write it down. Write it privately. You don't have to put it in the chat box for us. Write it privately. It's a thing that you should think about by yourself. Where am I going to be in the next 2 years with the vehicle that I'm on right now? Where am I going to be in the next 5 years? Write it down by yourself. Now, that's on one end. On another end, some people would say, oh, I'm doing business. I'm not selling my time for money. I'm not an employee. I'm doing business. That's good. What kind of business are you doing? Let's say you are a makeup artist, for example. Makeup artist, how much can you make per face that you make up? How much? Let's say you make, let's even say it's 50,000 naira for people to hire you to come and do their makeup. How many makeup can you do? How many faces can you make up in one day or in 1 week? And so how much can you make in 1 month is limited. Is limited. That's another vehicle you need to be sure of. I'm going to take this off the screen now. Okay. So that's another vehicle that you need to be sure of. So that's another vehicle that you need to be sure of. And say, okay, whatever I'm selling now, how many will I sell before I can make 1 million, 10 million, 100 million? How many will I sell before I can make big money? How many? I'm selling rice, for example. How many bags of rice will I sell before I can make 1 billion naira in my own life also? I'm selling shoes. How many shoes will I sell before me too I can say, I've also made 100 million naira in my own life, at least in 1 year? How many? So check. This is one major reason why you should not joke with the DreamMakers club. I don't know what it's called, if we're calling it a club or network. I think it's network. This is why you should never joke with the DreamMakers network. You see, because using the makeup artist example now, if you're making 50,000 naira per makeup, Billionaire Paradise, can you tell us what's the percentage on each property that is going to be sold? What's the percentage commission?
It's 20%.
20%, thank you. Average price of each property is what?
Our list now is 1.5 million.
That's the lowest one.
Yes.
Okay. So 20% of 1.5. That's 300,000 naira. What's the highest?
So our highest is 7 million naira for now.
7 million. That's 1.4 million naira. Thank you very much. Now, let me ask you a question. Your salary. You see, because you can sell 10 properties in a month. If you sell the lowest one, which is 1.5 million naira, and I'm sure everybody, like I said, you have built a name for yourself. Amongst your family members, there are some people that you have a name with that you can approach, and they will trust you that when you bring a product to them, that it is good. Many of you are here because you saw my face on the video on IG, because you saw me and you said, oh, this must be legit, this must be good, so I'm going to be a part of it. The same way also, some people will see you bring something to them and they will say, oh, this must be legit, and so I'm going to be a part of it. Now, how much, imagine if somebody buys 2 plots from you, that's 3 million naira, and you sell only 2 plots of land, 1.5 million naira worth, 2 plots of land every month. And like I told you, I will be teaching you how to make these sales and how to make it consistently. Imagine you are selling 2 plots every month. That means you are making about 600,000 naira every single month. Can that compete with your salary? Some people are going to fire their boss, as people usually say. I don't like that expression, actually. I don't like the expression, because why would you say you will fire your boss? I mean, the boss has been good to you, has been paying your salary consistently. He has, he gave you that job. He has been understanding. And then they'll just come and say, fire your boss. Some of us are bosses also. They should not, we don't want to be fired. But if I can use that expression, you will gallivantly drop your resignation letter. You will use swag to drop your resignation. Why? Because you have now gotten on a better vehicle for wealth. You have gotten, before you can get a job that will be giving you 600K per month, that's a very good job in Lagos. That's a very good job that is giving you 600K per month. And I'm telling you, even if you sell 1 per month, that's 300K per month. And let me tell you the honest truth. It is easier to sell something that is very expensive than to sell something that is not expensive, because the conversation is different. I'll be teaching you all this in the course of our relations. I'll be teaching you all this in the course of our relations. So now, I hope that with these few points of mine, I've been able to convince you that you need to take the DreamMakers network seriously. You need to join the DreamMakers network and take it very seriously to fly high. Take it very seriously to fly high. It's good that you're doing business, but this is a kind of business where you will make more money faster. Now, I would very soon be handing over to Mr. Paradise, but before then, let me introduce something to you. We had a discussion today, myself and Mr. Paradise, that we need to know those that are very serious about this. I, myself, my time is very special and I don't want to waste it at all. So anybody that is going to join this DreamMakers network, I will be investing a lot into you, teaching you. I will be part of that process. And so I need to know that you are serious. We're not just going to open it to everybody. Not everybody who is on this call is going to be a part of it, because not everybody is serious. Only the serious-minded ones will be a part of it. So there is going to be a registration fee, and it's that fee. The reason for that fee is to separate the serious ones from the unserious ones. Before, we're even talking about making it free of charge, just bringing as many people on board, but you will bring in people that are unserious if you do that. So the registration fee is only 5,000 naira. 5,000 naira. That 5,000 naira right now at the moment is a one-time fee. We will let you know later on, depending on if we see that people are not taking it so seriously, if we're going to make it maybe 5,000 per quarter, 5,000 per year, or whatever. But for now, right now, what is standing is 5,000 naira. for you to be a part of the DreamMakers network. Now, how many of you are interested in being a part of the DreamMakers network? If you're interested, put in the chat box and say interested. If you're interested, put in the chat box and say interested. Interested. Very good, Emmanuel. Very good, Abosede. Very good, Olamide. Very good, Shegun. Very good, Chibike. Okay, so that's very good. Now, very good. Billionaire Paradise, can you please put the account number? Don't worry, Ajayi, you'll be able to get the recording of this class so that you can also be a part of it. So please put the account number in the chat box so that they can, make payments into the account to indicate interest. Now, we have an office in Lagos, in Ajah, Lagos. Some of you, maybe all of you, will be coming to that office once every month where we are going to be training you. We're going to be having monthly trainings for you. Sometimes it will be in the office, sometimes it will be Zoom. Like I said, my time sometimes can be flexible. So in some months, it will be Zoom. Some months, it will be physical. But I want that physical one more so that I can see you. You can ask me questions and it will be even better and deeper. So we'll be coming to the office every month. Yes, make payments now. We can probably give you, because we're not even doing, December, this is Christmas period. We're not doing much of activities this month anymore. So maybe we'll give you till the end of the year. How long do you want to give them, Mr. Paradise? We can't hear you, you're muted. Oh, I need to unmute you, Abby. Okay, how long?
All right, so for the registration, for those of us who are interested, they still have till the end of the week, because we're not going to be having much activity, but we're going to be having sections virtually, because our office is closing on the 23rd. Yes, 23rd. So we're going to be having virtual activities like this. So those that are interested, that will be making payments now. So they are going to be the one that we're going to be taking through virtual processes, training and all of that till office resumes. So immediately office resumes by January, we'll be having physical and virtual. For those of us who stays around this axis of island, can come to the office as often as you want. So the registration also give you access to the office facilities such as internet, materials like if you need what's it called, flyers, that's the product materials and all of that to do your marketing. So those are the things the registration field is going to be covering for you. All right, so that's it. So you have till today is Tuesday, so you have till Friday. After Friday, we might close the registration for now to know what we have on ground, so that we'll be able to manage people on ground, right? So make sure you join immediately by making the payment. So the account will be dropped on the chat box so that you have it. Immediately you make payment, you'll be added to a premium group. All right, you'll be added to a premium group. Then we'll take it up from there.
Okay, fantastic. All right, so please let's drop the account details. Some people are already asking for the account details. If you are not in Lagos, you'll be able to join virtually. Even when we are having physical meetings, if you can't come over for the physical meeting, you can also still join virtually. We would make the physical meeting available virtually also. So you can also join virtually. Now, all the properties that the DreamMakers network has are in Lagos and Ogun State. Am I correct? Oh, yes, I'm correct, right? They are in Lagos and Ogun State.
Yeah, you are correct.
Okay. So they are in Lagos and Ogun State. We are going to expand to other parts of the country also. So if you are not in Lagos, in fact, maybe when we expand, you will probably be our eyes in that state, in whatever state that you are in when we expand, depending on how our relationship is as time goes. If we've worked with you over a while and we see that you are the kind of person that we can, rely on in that your state, you will probably even be the first person to start that place. But for now, all the properties are in Lagos and Ogun State. So if you don't live in Lagos, you can still sell properties in Lagos and Ogun State. You can still sell properties, in all those areas. I'm interested, but I may not guarantee payment by. Okay, so that's the account details. By end of this week, I don't know if there will be an extension as the moderator has suggested, sir. I'm begging, sir. Okay, we'll discuss it. We'll discuss it because I understand they don't want to make a promise and not fulfill that promise, and they want to get the right set of people on board and really bring them in well. That's why they want to do it as fast as possible. But I'll discuss it with them later on, and then we'll communicate with you if we're extending that payment. If we're extending that payment, my own major thing is that since there won't be much activity. I mean, the office is closing next week. So since there won't be much activity, then we should be able to accommodate more people. We should be able to accommodate more people. But let's discuss that one. For now, it is Tuesday next week. That is the deadline. And then, if there's an extension, we will let you know. We will let you know. If you make the payment right now, please just send us the proof of payment on WhatsApp. Send us the proof of payment on WhatsApp. And you can also put it here that you have made payments so that we'll be seeing your name here that you have already made payment. I'm going to hand over now to Mr. Paradise so that he explains some of the processes that you'll be going through and even also get you acquainted with some of the products that are available. Yeah, Mr. Paradise.
All right, thank you so much, Coach. You've done really amazing tonight. Thank you everyone who joined. We understand that the week has been a roller coaster for everybody because it's almost end of the year. Everybody has really been busy. All right, so without taking much of your time, because today is the first webinar we're having. Coach has already told us a lot about DreamMakers, so but let me still run through it a bit. So first of all, my name is Paradise, AJ Paradise, and I'm the Managing and Executive Director of DreamMakers Real Estate. DreamMakers Real Estate has been operating by April next year will be 4 years that we've been operating, and we've done series of products. We've done series of estates. If you go to our website, you will see those that are sold out, and not just sold out. We sell our estate and we make sure that it's secured. So, and one of our slogan is one project at a time. However, the one project at a time we've now started to expand it because we can't just be doing one product alone. All right, in the industry, if you understand how it works. So one of the things we are known for those people that have been working with us all those years, they know that when we pick up a product, we put all our energy, we put all our effort on that project to make sure we bring it alive. All right, we'll make sure your client doesn't come for inspection and just see a white bush, right? So we try to do everything necessary to make your sales seamless, simple, and easy. So having said that, we have a product that is currently going on. We have one of our products selling now is called Ebe Club Estate. That estate is located in Ibuye, Ebe, for those of us that knows Ebe very well. But if not, so it's located in Ebe, and we know that Ebe is Lagos State, but Ebe is actually boundary between Lagos and Ogun State, just as we have a Bega, that's Isheri, I guess Isheri is the boundary between Lagos and the Ogun State in that axis of Ibadan Expressway. That is how Ebe is the boundary between Lagos and Ogun State. So we'll have a product in Ebe. Then we also have most of our products right now coming up that is even more affordable, falls under Ogun State. And another thing you should understand is that the likes of Isheri, those Ibadan Expressway that that falls under the jurisdiction of Ogun State, they are actually enjoying the spillover of the development of Lagos State, right? That's what is actually appreciating that axis right now. Now, Ebe is completely sold out. The spillover of demand of properties in Ebe has, expanded to Ogun State, those boundary neighboring boundary communities. So developers have gone to that. Even developers have started selling Ibadan, Abeokuta, and those communities around, right? So our products right now, we have in Ebe, we have in Ogun State. Before you even get to Ijebu, that is a Ishiwo. That's after the toll gate, we have products in those axes. We have a Epe Club, which I've already told you. We'll also have Oracle Garden 1 and 2. We'll also have a product facing the express. All right, that is we are launching. So basically, we're going to be launching that product with you guys. It's facing the express. So it's a fantastic product that it's going to sell itself very fast. It's going to sell itself. And if you run along with it with the promo sale, with the pre-launch sale, we call it pre-launch sale, you're going to benefit a lot from it, because after the pre-launch sales, it's going to go to the actual sales, which is going to be in terms of millions, right? So those are some of our products that is in the market right now. And let me take you through what we call product knowledge of those estates. Now, you need to understand why Ebe is selling so fast, why developers are going to Ebe. You need to understand those reasons, right? So you need to understand that it's not just selling because there's one special thing about those axes. It's because of the government projection and infrastructure development going on in those axes. You need to also understand that Lagos State, inside entire Lagos State, the only place that still has land, a vast land, is Ebe. Then a little in Ikorodu, then Badagry. But there's nothing happening in Badagry. There's no projection in Badagry for now. So that is why a lot of investors, they are taking advantage of Ebe. Because in Ebe now, Ebe as a local government even have 3 to 4 higher institutions. And let me give you an example of Yaba. If you look at Yaba very well, you see that there's nothing really in Yaba. The only thing in Yaba is school. School and markets, that's those market area. And what actually give those markets value is the population around there. So the government presence in Yaba really, apart from offices and outlets, it's school. And in Yaba we have 2 schools, if I'm not mistaken, Yaba Tech and Unilag. There's another one in Yaba. I think that is it basically for Yaba. Now imagine Ebe having 4 higher institutions, government institution, plus other what's called private institution, because we have a Grace Polytechnic, we have there's one other polytechnic again, like the Caleb, if you're going to Ikorodu through Ebe, they have Caleb University over there as well. So imagine, I've mentioned 2 private, and we'll also have 3 government institution, and another private, as Augustine University is a private institution as well. So imagine this institution sitting in one local government. You should know the demand of what's called accommodation for students who are going to be going to that axis, let's say 5 years to 10 years from now. All right. That is one. Secondly, the international airport. That's, I believe a lot of us would have been hearing about international airport. That is currently, the project is currently going on. Is sitting at the boundary of Ekpe and Ibejuleki, because the bridge, that Ekpe bridge, is actually the demarcation between Ekpe and Ibejuleki. Ibejuleki extends down to those axes. All right. So the international airport, imagine an international airport 5 5 minutes, let's say 10 to 15 minutes away from international airport. You can imagine the value of the properties that are going to be in those axes when the airports are functioning. Yes, the airport might not function now, but of course, we know that the airport project has commenced, right? So these are some of the reasons why Ebe is selling. Now, going forward, if you also know, if you've heard about the food program that someone is putting up, we have it in Ebe. That is the food and logistic hub is in Ebe. Ebe itself has the best road network in Lagos State. No doubt. You can fact check that. Ebe has the best road network. Ebe is, their streets are tied to their farm. That is even what is helping the land banking system real estate we are doing, because the roads are tied to the farm. You know, so Ebe is a fantastic place that people are going to, because it's serene as well. When people are buying there now, for example, if you are buying somewhere like Lekki, right now, you know that those places are already saturated, and whatever you build, you can't build that how would I put it now? That serenity, you can't get that serenity. You barely see, although a lot of developers, they've started putting green areas in their projects right now. But what I'm saying in essence is that you won't see space to build and have a good ventilation. But the way Ebe is going, because you are buying early, you can buy what you actually want right now, and construct whatever you want to construct in the future. So what I'm trying to say here is that Ebe, when investors are going to Ebe, they are buying it because they know that, okay, we are the first owners of this place. We bought here first. So I'll be able to construct what I want to construct. Imagine a place they are selling for 1.5 million naira. You can buy like 1 acre and say, okay, in the future, let's say 10 years, I can sell 2 plots of it and use the other 4 to do what I want to do. So these are the things that are going on in Ebe that people are rushing Ebe right now. And like, what's it called? The Film City. I don't know if you guys have heard about the Film City. The Film City is even the African largest film city in the whole of Africa, not just West Africa. All right. So, and Ebe is actually is designated as the residential zone of Ibejuleki. Ibejuleki is going to be the commercial axis, while Ebe is the residential axis of this new Lagos that we are talking about. Because Ibejuleki now, we have Dangote Refinery. Of course, all of us know that Dangote Refinery is already functioning. You know that expatriates are trooping into that axis. They will need accommodation. We have the seaport, it's working already. Containers has already started passing there. People have started, you know, if you go to that axis, maybe we will find a day to go for a tour. So we'll take you around all this development that are going on. You know, so the seaport is working. What's it called? The coastal road as well. Just imagine the coastal road too. You know, properties that are close to the coastal road. The coastal road is a commercial zone. And you know, the coastal road connects about 5 states together. So it's a commercial zone. So imagine the properties that are very close to that axis. You know, so those are the reasons why what's it called, investors are coming to Ebe. So what I'm telling you, these are product knowledge. These are the things you need to know to be able to, you know, market, to tell your, at least, let's say your families, your friends now, before you get grounded on how to, you know, get strangers, turn strangers into what's called a paying client, because it takes processes, right? But for now, you have to start your first point of sales are your acquaintance, people on your list first, right? So those are the things you are going to be using to convince them, to tell them that this is why you should buy this place. Because buying this place now is affordable. You can buy as much as you can. And even in the future, you resell. And you necessarily don't have to sell everything. You can just sell parts and keep parts, you know. So that's just the thing about Ebe. So I'm telling you generally about Ebe right now. Let me tell you about Ebe Club, our estate. one unique thing about our Ebe Club estate is that we're actually building a community of like-minded investors, you know. So, and Ebe Club basically is even facing a federal road. So when we go for a tour, we even have to explain that more, right? But just know that it's facing a federal road, because the road that is Ebe Club is facing connects Ebe, Ogun State, and Ondo, that's Ore Express Road, right? So, and it's also a dry land. Not everywhere in Ebe that is dry. Yes, Ebe is dry land, but not everywhere in Ebe that is dry. And the one thing we do is that we try to get a dry land, because imagine buying a product for, let's say, Ebe Club. The list of Ebe Club now is 4 million naira, 4.5 million naira, and you are spending another 4.5 million naira to Sanfil. So we try to make sure that when you buy, you are buying a dry land. You know that, okay, those people that understand construction know that the cost of building in a dry land, the cost of building in a marshy land, they are different. Because if you are using, let's say you're using 30 million naira to construct on a dry land, you're going to be using 50 million naira to construct that same project on a marshy land. All right, so it's a dry land, and we have some natural amenity that came with the land itself. So we have a lake behind us. So we are converting that lake to a recreational event, a recreational area for our subscriber, people who are going to be staying in the estate. All right. Now, Ebe Club, there's another thing you should understand about Ebe Club. We have a flexible payment plan. You can pay for as much as even 3 years. Yes. But of course, when you are paying for 3 years, you'll be paying more. But it makes it flexible and convenient while paying. All right. Now, let's take it a step further. We have Oracle Garden. So there's one popular, a lot of us that is familiar with the real estate of Ebe, Ibejuleki, Ogun State, Ibadan. We know that it's usually land banking, which is you are buying it now. That is still bushy. Nothing's actually happening in those axes. I've heard a lot of realtors say, buy and build. The buy and build, some people misquote it. The buy and build is not like you are going there to live now. The buy and build means, okay, you finish paying. If you want to build, it's left for you. But nobody's stopping you from building, because it's your land. It's whatever you want to do with it. It's your land. Nobody's stopping you. But you can't live there because it's an isolated environment. So that is why it's called land banking. You are buying it now because it's affordable for the future, right? Now, so what DreamMakers has been able to create that is making, in less than 3 months, we sold more than 10 acres in Oracle. In less than 3 months, we sold more than 10 acres. So why is people buying it? Because we created a system which we called land optimization. That is the selling point of Oracle Garden. So the land optimization is investors, they buy the land from us. We make money from selling the land, of course. Now we optimize it. We will be giving them return annually, right? We'll be giving them return. So it's not, you are not just buying it and leaving it till appreciation. So you are buying it, you are going to be making return every 12 months from that land. So we are looking at a projection of 5 years for development. So imagine you buy, a client buys, what's it called? Buys 6 plots, which is 1 acre. And that 6 plots is for 1.5 million, 1.5 million. That 6 plots is 9 million naira. And you're making 1 million naira annually. Which other estates, of course, you can just buy it, you wait for the capital appreciation for maybe 10 years and so on and so forth. But in this our project, immediately you buy, we rent it. Let me use the word, we rent it back from you. And we'll be paying you 1 million naira and above annually. So that is one of the selling points of Oracle. So what do we do to pay you that money is actually we use it for agriculture. For the now. Since nobody is living there, we can't just hold the land for maybe 5 years doing nothing, and subscribers will be paying service charge. So we remove the service charge and we will also pay you, what's it called? Annually for the land. So even if you can't buy 6 plots, but 6 plots is advisable so that it will be significant. Even if you can't buy 6 plots, even if it's 1 plot, there's still return for it. I think 1 plot is around 151,000. So I really don't market that. So I market it as 6 plots. If you buy 6 plots, you'll be making 1 million naira and above, because it's going to be a mixed crop. So, but in the next 12 months, that is what we are projecting for 1 million naira. The upper 12 months, we will send you, we'll send all subscribers memo, because of course, things is prone to be going up in Nigeria. So you are to even earn more the upper 12 months. All right. So that is one of the selling points of Oracle. I hope I'm communicating. I hope we understand what I'm saying here. So if you understand, please, and you are following, please put it on the chat box. Let me be sure you are following what I'm saying. Have here. All right. So that is for Oracle Garden. All right. Okay. Yes. Okay. Okay. That's good. From Ambosede, Yvonne. So please, if I don't pronounce your name well, please pardon me. All right. So that is for Oracle. So imagine, let me give an example. This is what I used in closing 6 plots yesterday. We did physical launching on Saturday. So I intentionally invited some of my friends, for the physical launching, because they've been seeing me talking about our estate and all of that. So when we wanted to do the physical launching, what's it called? Ceremonial allocation. So I invited like about 2 of them. So they came. So one of them, when he saw things that is happening in the estate, when he got home, man, he started talking to people and all of that. So it was on Saturday. So on Sunday after church, he called me that there's somebody who is interested, but he doesn't know what to tell the person, that I should come and talk to the person and all of that. So what I did was I just got to the person's house and I told him that you live in Nigeria. How much is your rent here? He said 2 bedroom, I think, no, a 2 bedroom, it's a 1 million naira or 1.2 million naira. So I said, okay, verify. So imagine how much it will cost you to buy a land in Nigeria. Let's say 300 square meter. You'll be spending roughly 20 million naira plus to buy 300 square meter. That's half plot in Nigeria. Now, you are to put, let's say you want to put nothing can enter 300 square meter other than highest that can enter 300 square meter in structure is 4 units, and that 4 units is going to be tight. 4 units of 2 bedroom or 1 bedroom, and it's going to be tight, like extremely tight. The rooms are going to be very, very small. All right. So let's just use 2 units of 2 bedroom will be convenient. Now, 2 units of 2 bedroom, to construct that in Nigeria, you'll be spending close to 100 million naira. Plus the land, though, we're talking about, like, let's say 120 million naira. That's what you'll be spending. And now you are going to rent that 2 bedroom out. Let's say 1 million naira each. That's 2 million naira you'll be getting annually. For investment you made for, let's just put it at a benchmark of 100 million naira. You will do maintenance. You will fight with tenants. It's inevitable. You will do what's it called? When a tenant leaves, you have to do caution and all of that. You will be spending, and what you'll be getting from that investment is maybe, let's say, roughly minus your expenses, let's say 1.5 million naira. For investment you made, you spent over 100 million to put. Now we have something here that you can spend just 9 million naira. You go and sleep and you'll be making 1 million naira every year. You're not going to do anything. You're not going to, like, this is basically passive income. Yes, it's passive income, because even the land belongs to you. The land belongs to you. We are going to be using it and be paying you annually. At least, let's say for the next 5 years, before development comes there. when development come there, we are talking about over 600% of capital investment, 600% return of capital investment. You can decide to just sell one or two plots. You are still good. You still have land there. All right. And Oracle Garden, basically, Oracle Garden is a combination of 3 projects. We are combining the element of real estate, agriculture, and hospitality. So apparently, we are turning that place to agro-tourist center. So everything I'm saying here, we have a video of the product and all of that. It will be shared to you for those of us who have paid. It will be shared to you so that you master it and all of that. You know the templates and all of those things to tell your prospects. All right. So we are turning an honorary land to agro-tourist center. Do you understand? So we are actually working on the first cluster, which is the agro cluster, which the agro cluster is for a period of time, just to give you return while waiting for capital appreciation on your investments. So I believe a lot of companies don't know about this optimization. They will only go into agricultural real estate, which is it's also fine, right? But here, it's not, the estate is not agric land. Don't get it wrong. No, don't get it twisted. It's not agric land. It's because development is not there. So we're going to be using it for agricultural purpose for now and be giving you returns. So Oracle Garden 1 and 2, that's what we're going to be doing there. Even the Garden 2, which is selling for 2.5 million naira for Christmas promo. It's actually 3.5, but we gave a Christmas promo of 2.5 million naira. That place, when you buy an acre there, you'll be making close to 4.5 million naira, because we are optimizing for Oracle Garden 1, we are optimizing it for plantain. Then for Garden 2, phase 2 of it, we are optimizing it for yam. Yam pays more. So if you buy 1 acre in Oracle Garden 2, the only difference is that you are going to be responsible for the cost of whatever we are going to be doing for you to give you that return. So that's just the difference. But for Garden 1, the 1.5 million naira covers everything. You're not paying any other money. You're not going to be paying any other money. No service charge for those of them that already bought in acres. All right. So that is the selling point of Oracle Garden. Then we also have a product facing the road that we are going to be launching together. So, but before we will not talk about that now. Let's just talk about what we are currently selling. However, the one on the road that is on the express road, that's the highway. That one is a premium product. Obviously, we're going to be launching it by January ending. But people are already buying it. Like people who are close to me that have seen it on my status, who are interested, they just want to be partaker of the, the pre-launch. Why it's not in the market yet? They just want to be partaker of it and take advantage and buy as much as they can. So, but however, what we have in the market now, Ekpe Club, we have our Oracle Garden 1 and 2, yes, in the market now, because we don't want to, carry a lot of products and not delivering anymore. If you get to Ekpe Club, we'll fence Ekpe Club already. The gatehouse is 80% completed. All right. Then Oracle Garden, the fencing is going to start by February, March. The fencing, well, because every of our estate will fence it around, no matter how big it is. The smallest acres of our estate, the least numbers of acres in our estate is 70. So imagine 70 acres is a very large expanse. 70 acres, if you check it in plots, we're talking about over 500 plots, over 500 plots, in 600 square meters. Now, when we redesign it, that's a whole lot of plots. So, but what we do is that whenever we open any of our estates, we bring out a portion, maybe 10, maybe 20 acres first, so say 20 acres, and close it. Why we close is to appreciate the estate, put amenities, facilities in check, and the appreciation will come up before we open it again. All right, so that is it. In the course of the training, I will be giving you more tips of the product, more tips of Ekpe. I will be giving you more tips that will help you sell Ekpe fast. All right. So things you need to know, things that are happening and all of that. Those are the things you'll be getting when you become a member of the network. That's when you sign up to join the network. Those are the things you're going to be getting. And your tour is also free. Your tour is free. The logistics for your tour, you're not going to be paying for that. Some real estate company, when they're going for a tour, they charge for it because, of course, you know that we're going to need a coaster bus, we're going to need a refreshment and all of that. So, but for those of us that are going to be joining the network, it's free for you. All right. So we'll make a calendar for tour every month, at least once or twice in a month to go for a tour and all of that. You get to, do your video in the site. But however, if you want to go for inspection, that personal inspection, of course you book. It's free as well for those who is going to be signing up. All right. If you want to go for maybe your client is saying you want you to go there and if you're not even in Lagos, of course, we do virtual inspection as well. Do virtual inspection. We go there, we call you on video call. You put your client on conference call and all of that. We show you everything you need to know. We give you, there's something they call coordinate. So in the course, when we proceed, we'll be telling you those things you need to know, like the questions they're going to be asked about survey, about title, about, so there's what we call coordinate. We'll give you the coordinates and all of that. So we'll also give you the Google pin location so that you can actually see where it is from Google. All right. So all of those things, you're going to be getting it once you become a member. We'll give you videos. We'll give you video that the company video, and also give you a raw video that you can use for yourself. You can, do a voiceover on it and all of that. If you are good in editing, you can still fix yourself in the video. All right. So even in the course of this training, we're going to be teaching you real estate video and all of that. So we're going to be teaching you the digital, we're going to be teaching you sales. We're going to be teaching you like a whole lot. It's not just selling property. You're going to be benefiting a whole lot in joining the network. All right. So, and like Coach has said, imagine the commission. No company gives direct 20%. No company, fact check me, no company give direct, 20%. And another thing you're also going to be benefiting, once you become a member of the network, once you subscribe to the network, when you refer, there's also a commission for referral. Do you understand? When you bring somebody, there's also a commission for referral. So there's a whole lot. Even if you've not sold, there's still something that you can get for subscribing your phone and all of that. So you will get for transportation to come to office and all of that. So a whole lot. It's not just all about come and sell property. You are going to be learning a lot. Of course, the end point is selling property and making a huge commission. As we're entering 2025, we have incentive for 3 months. People who are going to meet a certain target will be going on a trip to Dubai. The company is going to sponsor it. All right. Then for 6 months, we're also going to have those that qualify to own a car. The company is going to give you a car. Right. Then for 12 months, so we have a lot of things. We also have incentive. You can also own a land by selling, like for free as well. So you have a lot you are going to be benefiting. Like this year, I can't count how many people that have collected iPhone from us. People that have collected, even have gotten land. Do you understand? So people that have even gone for, we've sent people to what's it called? Ghana. Yes, Ghana. We've sent people to Ghana. We've sent people to Rwanda. Do you understand? All expense paid trip, free of charge. So these are the things you're going to be benefiting. Of course, our target is not bogus. It's something that's achievable if you actually follow what you're going to be learning, if you implement what you're going to be learning. All right. So it's a very simple thing. We are going to be together in it. Do you understand? We're going to be together in it. So we are all here to help each other. All right. So while you are growing your finance, we are all growing together. All right. So that is it for the product. So I think for time's sake, we can't say everything tonight. Right? So in the course of the training, I'm going to be teaching you about titles, things you need to know about titles, things you even need to know about Lagos master plan. All right, things you need to know about Ogun State Master Plan, things you need to know about prime locations of Ogun State and the industrial, commercial, residential. You need to know. So in the course of the training, we're going to be teaching all of that. Surveyors are going to be coming on virtual and physical to teach you. Lawyers are going to be coming virtual and physical to teach you. Coach is here to also, take us through sales process. We're also going to have the digital coach, that will be teaching you how to set up your the target you're going to be. So a whole lot you're going to be getting. All right. So our office is very wide open from Monday to Friday. All right. From 9 a.m. So thank you so much. Thank you for listening. Yeah. And we hope to, take you on this journey together. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Mr. Paradise. So every one of us, you've gotten a good introduction. Like I said, don't joke with the DreamMakers network at all. Don't joke with this network. Your life can change completely in 2025 if you take these things seriously. I hope that you have done the transfer. The account number has been posted earlier on. I hope you have done the transfer. Don't worry, the recording of this will be sent to you on WhatsApp. It will be sent to you. Chris, kindly put the account number up again. Once you've done the payments, just confirm, send the proof of payment to us. Now, does anybody have a question? If you have any question, just raise your hand. If you have any question, just raise your hand. If you have a question, just raise your hand. You want to ask any question concerning everything that has been said so far? I'm not even sure people will have questions because I think everything has been well laid out. But just in case somebody has a question. Okay, it looks like there's no question. Now, wait, if there's no question, is either of two things. It's either you understood everything clearly or you did not understand anything at all, so you don't even know what question to ask. Which one of the two? Put it in the chat box so that we're sure. It's either everything was well explained, very clear, or you did not understand anything at all, so it's all just confusing. You don't even know what question to ask. Put it in the chat box. Which one of the two is the case? Are we there? Are we all there? Can you all hear me? Can you all hear me? Is it that everything was very clear, so you understand everything clearly? Okay, so let me just believe that everything was clear and that you understand this clearly. Yes, please. Okay. Let me read that you understand everything clearly. So go ahead, do the transfer between now and next week, Tuesday. I think that's even next week, Monday. 7 days. Yes, you can hear me. Okay, so I think that's even next week, Monday. So do the transfer. And for everybody who is a part of it, all these things are available to you. And for 5,000 Naira, I think we just want to separate the serious people from the unserious ones so that we have only serious people working with us. All right, so I think we've come to the end of this, and let us close with prayer. Who is going to pray for us? Can we have Mary William pray for us? Now, this is not a religious, I'm sure many of us know me already, that I lead the Biblical Billionaire Club, but here, it's not religious. So Muslims, Christians, everybody, as long as you can help us achieve our goal of making as much sales as possible. I really feel like we should close with prayer. So is Mary there? Mary William, are you there? If she's not there, Adela Jadeni. Adela Jadeni. Or some people are running away from prayer. All right. Please pray for us.
I'm here to.
We can hear you.
You can hear me?
Yes, loud and clear.
Okay. Everlasting God, want to appreciate you for today's meeting. I want to thank you, Lord, for your faithfulness. Thank you, Lord, for our resource personnel they have used to put us through this lecture. Father, accept our praise in the name of Jesus. Lord, we ask that all our aspirations that have laid before us, Lord, bring them to fulfillment in the name of Jesus. Thank you, righteous God. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen. Bless
All
you,
right,
sir.
thank you very much. Yes, thank you. Thank you very much. So the recording of this will be sent to us on WhatsApp. It will be sent to everybody on WhatsApp. Don't forget, between now and Monday, make sure that you make the payments and that you're a part of it so that in January, we hit the ground running. We go on the tour, we have all the meetings and hit the ground running. All right, thank you. God bless you.